Hello, everyone. Welcome to December's Intel Monthly MVP interview. The Intel Monthly MVP is a partnership between NSC and Intel, where students can nominate outstanding members of their community. Today, I'm joined by Aston, aka Kieswetter, this month's MVP. So, Aston, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Hi, so I'm Aston. The president of the University of Nottingham's Game Society. I'm a final year law student. Um, I was last year's social secretary for the Men's Society, and that's pretty much all about me. Yeah.
Cool. So how did you get into esports? What was like the first game that you played?
First ever game I played was like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon when I was like 10. But I guess like I started getting more into like the esports scene was when I joined university because I didn't even know it existed until I came to university, and then like I joined the society and then like saw from the society point of like, oh yeah, okay, they do esports. So I tried a bit of Rocket League, didn't do that well in it because I was like, oh yeah, I'm diamond, like it'll be fine. Because I was expecting like the skill floor to be a bit lower, but it
Yeah,
wasn't. So it
yeah.
was like, so then I kind of that was like my only real experience with playing in these sports. But then I decided that liked the society enough, I wanted to help with it. So then I went for social secretary last year, and then this year I was like, I really want to make things better for society. So I went for president. I'm
Awesome.
for president for this year. Yeah.
Cool. Would you be able to tell me a bit about your like role at Nottingham, and like what it is like to be a president?
Yeah, I basically oversee the majority of what the society does from like our esports side of like organizing the teams and organizing events for the esports side as well as our casual weekly game nights and um like more traditional social events, so like going out to clubs and doing things like laser tag and stuff like that.
Hmm.
As well as I do all like the boring admin on the back and make sure the society runs smoothly and we're not breaking any SU rules, anything like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What like made you join initially? Like, what was like the first reason why you wanted to actually join when you first like got to university at least?
Join the society or the committee?
Society, yeah.
Yeah, society because I've always been interested in gaming. I've been my mum would be able to tell you I've been a massive gamer from like a young age, and so I've always been interested in it. I've been a massive Nintendo fanboy, and I recently, during the pandemic, I built my first PC.
Nice.
Yeah, so and I was like getting more into gaming. I was like, yeah, I might as well join a few societies. So I joined a couple. GameStop was one of them. Um, and I met a few good friends, people who I still talk to most days. Yeah. And that's when I just got myself more integrated in the society, really. Yeah.
Awesome.
Mm.
What's like the hardest part about being president, maybe at Nottingham?
The hardest part, I guess, is just organization. Because it's like a lot of the time it's either waiting on someone else to do something or it's waiting for something to hear back on something else, and it's because whilst I'd love to get everything done at once, it's just like it's hard to it's pretty much impossible whilst you wait for everyone to get back to you, and then you got to
Yeah,
do your next thing. And I guess it's like managing that with my like degree as well as my part-time job, which I
hmm,
have. So I've got to have good time management for that as well. So it's and then it's like sometimes people get back to me. I need to get something done with it when it's like quite an inconvenient time for me, but like is what it is.
yeah, yeah. Well, they're definitely one of the
Yeah.
most hard things is like getting people to get back to you, and especially
Yeah.
university, everyone's sleep schedules are completely out the window. So you might get a
Yeah.
reply from someone at like 10 a.m. and then the next one will be like 4 p.m. wake
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, yeah, exactly. And
Yeah,
it's like people are like, oh, can we talk like now? I've just woken up. I'm like, no, I'm off to work now. I have to talk
yeah,
another time
yeah,
and
yeah,
things like that.
yeah. So you were nominated for a number of things.
Hmm.
What was the best thing you've worked on with the society this year?
Um, I I wouldn't be able to pin it down per se, but I mean, one of the biggest things we did as a society this year was I guess the NSCE Mario Strikers event. That was really good for us. I think it was a whole day thing and it was a lot of fun. But I think a lot of it was just kind of like rebrand. I'd say like the thing that had the most impact on society was just our general rebrand.
Mm,
So we've changed our logo up. We've um we've changed how the organization works. We've added more committee members, and I guess it's like overall changing the ethos. And I can see that with my own committee. I can see that with my game reps as well, in which people just want to switch from it being more less of like a well, obviously hobby gaming is still very important and we value it.
Hmm.
And we still have our weekly game nights, but it's like we're not just a hobby society, I guess. And I guess and like today with the meeting I had earlier, that was a big thing
Mm.
in which like talking to the university, because it's I think grassroots sports is a very you know really great thing for students, especially those who want to like go into more professional gaming or those who want to go into the industry and do stuff behind the scenes, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I think it's a really good thing for them. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. So you've clearly done like so much for your community at Nottingham. Where do you find the time and especially the commitment as well?
I just kind of I guess it's like um in between things. So it's like I do a law degree, so a lot of time needs to be put in that, and
Mm.
also I work basically every Friday, Saturday night. So usually I don't have like a set time. It's just like whenever I do have that free time. So usually like evenings, I'll do bits and bobs here and there. It's you like fill out a form, talk to a few people,
Mm.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's usually it's not too bad to be fair. But it's just like so it's like I don't see it as like a job. I see it more as a hobby because I actually do enjoy it, and I genuinely think, well, I like to see the society grow and become a better place. So yeah, I think I see it more as a hobby, something like a passion project, I guess I could say. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. I mean, yeah, I've definitely seen a big um, improvement from at least NSE side,
Hmm.
from Nottingham and just everything going over to you guys has just been, yeah, it's been really, really great.
Hmm.
Um, what do you like about student esports specifically?
I think it's a really great way to get people to do something that's like a competitive aspect, but not like, oh, it's the be all and end all sense. So
Mm.
it's like, um, so like one of my favorite things to like when it comes when I so I play a bit of League of Legends.
Hmm.
I'm really bad at it, but I do.
Same,
I like to
same. That's
play.
fine.
Yeah. I like Clash a lot because it's
Mm.
like, organized teams, you go
Yeah,
against
yeah.
another team, and it's like I find that a lot of fun because there's a bit of organization to it.
Hmm.
Um, and I think NSC basically, obviously, it's not. It takes that idea of it being like you're going against other teams. And it's like you're playing for the university, and it's fun, but it's not like the be all and end all.
Yeah,
If that makes sense.
yeah,
Obviously, you would be disappointed if you lose, but it's not like career's not ruined kind of thing.
yeah.
It's like it's a bit of fun, and it's nice to win, but it's not. Yeah. I think that's really good as well as like um, it brings people into the industry as well. I think helps people like learn about it, and there's programs like the Intel Future Gen, which lets people like go into the esports um industry, and if they want to work behind the scenes stuff like that, because it's definitely a growing place.
Mm.
And I just think as well, it's just really good for the community. Like I've seen, we have very active like Valorant and CS:GO communities of people who become like best friends and like people who are living together
Yeah,
purely from like playing together in these like in NSC and like
yeah.
student esports kind of thing. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, definitely some great great points there.
Hmm.
So obviously I know we're not just there yet, but what are your future goals like after university? Are you like interested in like continuing with like esports and gaming at all, or have that on like the side maybe, just a little thing? What's your ideas there?
I don't fully know, and I should have a better idea, but I don't know. I do a law degree, so like the obvious route would be going to become a lawyer,
Mm.
solicitor, or something like that. That would be the obvious route. But then I don't know if I really want to do that. I feel like going into like the esports industry would be something that I would really enjoy. So
Mm.
maybe I could do something with that and combine it with like the law, I guess. Maybe like I don't know,
I mean,
or like go into like yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
we on our Future Gen program last year, we
Mhm.
actually had an esports lawyer. Um,
Oh yeah, yeah. So
so yeah, there's definite ways to mix it in there, and I feel like
yeah.
that'll be something which would be really like interesting for you to have that aspect, but still,
Mm.
um, yeah, have a great career.
Yeah, I think so. And I think or maybe go into like, I don't know, because there's obviously like intellectual property with like gaming and stuff like that,
Hmm.
like characters and logos and stuff like that as well. So it could be something like that as well. But yeah, I don't exactly know. Should have a better idea to be honest, but
It's
yeah.
that's totally fine. I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up, so that's all fine. Uh, but that's pretty much everything for today.
Right.
Thanks for your time. Congrats again on December's MVP.
Thank you.
Um, any last shout outs to anyone at all?
Yeah, I just want to shout out to I guess my committee because I wouldn't be able to do it without them because they are able to do things that I can't. They have like that technical knowledge of like the esports, which I sometimes don't. And I like to shout out to as well as my vice president Jess. She's keeps me in check, keeps me organized. So yeah, shout out to her. That's it.
Awesome,
Yeah, thank you.
awesome. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching.
Thank
And
you.
have a good week.